and then I don't have that problem anymore. So I think for me, my whole career has been constantly trying to poke holes in what I think I know to, I guess, exploit myself. So I'm looking for the failures. Hopefully not like, something that actually matters on a commercial job or anything like that. But like for everything else, it's like I am trying to fail. Like when I make social media content, I'm like, let's see what this does. And it's like, oh, we got 2 views. It's like, okay, and it failed. So it's just, I think failure is not something to look down upon. I think failure is where all your lessons come from. If you've been doing something and it hasn't been working, you have a whole playground of things to learn from right there. When something works, you don't always know why it worked. It's like if it worked the first time, it's like, well, why didn't it work? Did you get lucky? Is it because of this? Is it because of that? Because if you tried all the things that involved that process and 3 of those things failed, and you got it right this time, then you know, okay, that was the difference. So I think looking for those failure points is important.
Anyone else? Any failures, any mistakes? Oh, so many.
I like what everybody said.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, gosh, there are a multitude, I think, of mistakes that we've probably all made over the years, and some of them have been more painful than others, like formatting a memory card before you got to copy it, things like that, of course, that are absolutely devastating. But I feel like one of the biggest lessons I've learned is not to take critique or criticism of my work as like a personal attack. Because just with mental health and everything, it used to really affect me when someone would like leave a mean comment or something on one of my photos. And it took me some time to realize, but it's not a personal attack. Like, we're all individuals, and that's how we are able to create such unique art. All of us is because we all have different perspectives, and I think it's important for us to hear the feedback out. Maybe it doesn't apply, maybe it does. Maybe they're just being mean, but also I think there probably is something that you could potentially learn from it.
It's a great topic. Yeah, how do you handle criticism? I know a lot of people get really discouraged when they hear criticism about their work.
Personally, I think I'm my biggest critic. So no one can criticize me harsher than I can. And then I weigh everyone else's criticism against my own. So if I'm thinking that, this picture is probably a little dark, and then the comments are like, yeah, the picture's a little dark, I'm like, that makes sense. If I post a picture and it's like, it's perfect, and everyone is like, oh, it's way too bright, I'm like, no, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So, I criticize myself to the bone, and then everyone else's criticisms is just like asterisks on the side. It's not to say that you shouldn't listen to people, but I think going back to what we talked about earlier on the things that make you you, and having that, yourself show through your work, I think it's important to be able to stand on what you feel and what you think and what you like and what you know. And don't get swayed by all the different things, because at that point, if you let everyone sway your work, then it just becomes like everyone else's work. And you took yourself out of what you naturally would have done. So just stand on it, know when you're wrong, but stand on what you feel is right.
I think for me, critique and failure kind of go hand in hand. I did not PA for anyone. I did not know what I was doing was going to be a path. And so when I really started to pursue it, it was hugely passion project every weekend. And so when brands started coming and reaching out, I had to PA. And so there's a lot of things that you're learning on the fly, but my thing is it's not failure, it's feeling how to fall forward. And so there's going to be a bunch of stuff that you may not know, and that's okay. I just kind of like that mantra, once you know better, you can do better. And I've had a couple things where I've just had to figure out how to do better. I had to fail on my first big shoot. I don't do this. I had my little brother be my PA. It was not so good. And they were like, well, who's your assistant? I was like, assistant? I never had one. And I didn't say that out loud. And I was like, ooh, I've just been used to curating my own shoots. And so then you have a team of people watching you. And so the lady who recruited me to go do it, she didn't come. So I'm with a completely different team that wasn't aware. And I was was like, oh, I totally got somebody. My 18-year-old brother, it did not go. And he was like, and so I didn't even know what things were. And even though I'd done like some research, I was like, I got the right cameras, I got everything rented, I know how to use them. But the hierarchy and things that worked on set when it's like somebody else's shoot, I did not know. And if we were having like brother and sister squabbles like every night, he was like, why they got me carrying stuff? And I was like, oh. And like, because I told him, I was like, yeah, we're gonna be able to create this together. And like you're gonna have to help with stuff, and he was not got it. And so there's some things, but now after every shoot, I go and learn from someone that's really seasoned at the position. And one of the positions that I find really helpful is like digital text, and like, all right, what have you noticed that where shoots have gone the best? Who's going to give those little bits of information that's actually really, really helpful? What can I do to make your job faster and better? They're like, why aren't you using faster memory cards? And I was like, I thought I was doing good with these memory cards. They're like, no, you need the $99 and up memory cards. And I was like, next shoot, I was ready. And so give yourself a chance to fall forward and visit spots multiple times, especially if you're in the outdoor world. Like, you're gonna fail and you're like, this was my one time to get it, and I was only here for 5 hours and that's all I could do. Be able to go again. And so just giving yourself time and realize you're gonna make some mistakes, and hopefully they're not too embarrassing, but you can recover. I've never had my brother on a shoot again.
Yeah, sorry, bro. See you on.
I just remembered my biggest fail, and it was very early in my career. This was while I was in college. I was interning at Saturday Night Live, actually. And can everyone hear me? Everyone hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I got this internship at Saturday Night Live, which was awesome, but it required like 40 hours of work a week, and I was also in college. So I had a very busy schedule with school, this internship. I was also working on the side, and towards the end of the season, there was a lot of downtime on this job and a lot of in-between moments. And on the job, I went under a desk and took a nap. And I would not recommend, because a fellow intern tattled on me, and then I got fired that day. So. I guess
Don't do that. Don't take naps.
Don't sleep on the job. It's not great advice, but it's pretty awesome. What's that?
What's the Instagram?
I'm not gonna drop it. No.
But naps are good in general, just not under the desk at work. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about mentorship? We're talking about failures and mistakes, and we've talked a little bit about collaboration and community. Everybody has a mentor. Everybody has someone that they look up to or that they get advice from. Who are your mentors, and who should people here in the audience follow or look for advice from? Who do you have in your lives?
I look up to Minnie, Christina Moyer so much, and of course her husband Paul, Nick Lodai. They're like, power couple, so I think Nate and I aspire to be them one day. But I definitely feel like having those like bigger figures to look up to, they're always so nice to ask questions to. Yeah, I think those are probably my biggest inspirations in terms of that.
Yeah, we love them. Christina Mittermeier, Paul Nicholas. Ooh, people are getting super passionate out there. I love it. Can you guys hear us okay? Okay, hear us very well? Okay, so would you mind if I request all the way in the back if you just like lower the volume a little bit because we can hear you all the way up here on the stage? Appreciate your passion though. Love it. That's the passion. Lower volume. Okay, is it better now? Can we get the volume up a little bit on the headset, maybe just for the audience here to hear? Okay. I'm gonna look at you and you let me know, okay? If it's not working, I'm gonna look at you and you're gonna tell me, yeah? Okay. It's good now? Okay, alright.
Check 1, 2, check.
Check 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, we'll try to speak a little louder ourselves, yeah? I'd be shocked, I don't want me to do that.